Welcome to the Gracie Compound. Lunchtime here at the house. This is when we feast. The family isn't here yet, but they'll be here soon. I came a little bit early, so I get first dibs on all the good stuff. Now, what's lunch? Corn soup. Last month, we released a video of my father making the incredible corn soup that we've been making for 80 years. That's what we're having today, that with some grilled cheese sandwiches. To start off the meal, I had my salad. We got a nice salad here. I had 2 avocados. I already had my salad and my avocados before you guys got here. But salad, we got broccoli, celery, radishes, bell peppers, spinach, all the good stuff. Corn soup. You guys remember this stuff. Okay, we got a whole bucket for it right here. About 50 ears of corn for the whole family. So it's full. I've got my share here. The grilled cheese sandwiches are on their way. I want to talk about the beverages. The 2 primary beverages for lunches here at the Gracie Compound are carrot juice. This is about 25, 30 carrots right here. Just enough for like half a glass for each person. And we also have coconut. Now the last time you saw coconuts was in the Fiji trip video where my brother and I climbed the crazy tree. My dad climbed this tree. Remember my father climbing this one? Almost fell. Almost lost his life. But he made it. And we bring down the coconuts, and when you saw that video, you noticed the coconuts in Fiji had the huge green shell on top of them. This is the same coconut with the shell removed. Okay, with the green protective shell removed. This is the inside. Now, since we don't have coconut trees here in Los Angeles, and basically we don't get to climb our own trees to get our coconuts. We go the easy route. We have our father go to the Los Angeles wholesale produce market, and he buys boxes of coconuts every week. They come like this. Now the piercing process, here's what I want to show you. Check it out. You see how there's 3 kind of basically mock holes. 1, 2, 3. Okay? One of these are organic. These come with the coconut. It just comes like this naturally. One of these 3 holes is pierceable. The other 2 are not. Okay? Look. Not pierceable. Not pierceable, but this one, you hear the gas? Has a little bit of air basically compressed inside there. Now, this one is pierceable, so we basically take a knife, knife with a very needle nose knife. We call this a needle nose knife, okay, with a sharp pointed knife. If you get it just too wide of a knife, it won't fit in the hole because the hole is very small. So you take this knife and you basically carve in through here, okay, and you make a little hole, circular hole. Then you get your straw. You have your straw and you put it in. Now sometimes if you put the straw in and the hole is not big enough, the suction is very hard. It's very hard for me to suck the coconut out of here right now because the hole is just wide enough for the straw. And if you guys know anything about air, suction, coconuts, holes, things like that, you know that you can't suck it out if the hole doesn't allow for circulation, recirculation of the air. So what we have to do is, this is a very, very ancient trick of the family here. If the hole's not big enough, you take the straw, because there's meat. You see the little white on the inside there? There's meat in there. We take the straw. I don't put it straight in. I put it at a slight angle, and I use the edge of the straw and the sharpness of it to carve a little adjacent space next to the hole. Now that adjacent space is the airflow space necessary for the circulation so that now I can drink it easily. Now, before I take a big gulp out of this, we have to do a opacity test. We call it the opacity test. You stick the straw all the way in, you thumb it, hold, and you take it out. Now look, we have a little vial there of juice, okay, of coconut water. And you can see how it's very clear, like totally watery. There's no cloudiness to it. If this was more cloudy, it's an indicator that it is sour and it's basically gone bad. It's over ripened. But this is clear. Then you do the taste test. If it passed both the opacity and the taste test, you go ahead and ingest the rest of the coconut. And she's a keeper. So, coconut, incredible. And isn't it fascinating? Isn't it fascinating that, number one, coconuts are perfectly sized. Just enough for some corn soup, the grilled cheese sandwich, and a nice little lunch meal. They aren't too big, they aren't too small, they're perfect. Rumor has it that coconut water was used as a replacement for blood plasma in the World War I or World War II, because it's so pure. It goes from the earth, through the tree, up, through the branches, through basically the vines, into the coconut, and gets stored there with a protective shell and the meat. Incredible. Nature's amazing, isn't it? And what's even more fascinating is that it has this perfectly sized hole for a straw manufactured by humans. It's just fascinating to me. And of the 3 holes, only one of them is pierceable. You guys, if this isn't that exciting for you guys, something's wrong with you. Okay, this is very exciting stuff here. Corn corn soup. Boom. Do we have any grilled cheese sandwiches? And the grilled cheese sandwiches are on their way. We're keeping it real here at the Gracie Compound. If you haven't tried this corn soup yet, do it. Watch my father's tutorial. All it takes is the champion juicer. Put it in, smash on it, make it, stir it, boil it. Make sure you go in the same direction with the wooden spoon. And most importantly, thank you. Get some of these. And here's how you do it. You get this and you dip it. You dip it.